As Bitcoin approaches a new all-time high, I find myself in a very difficult position. The question is now circulating in the back of my mind. Should I sell all of my crypto? Yes, you heard me right. I am contemplating exiting my position in crypto. Now, this is not forever, but the profits that are already on the table are life-changing. In today's update, I want to talk about the thought process on why I might exit my position in all of crypto. First of all, looking at that monthly chart for Bitcoin, we are perilously close to setting a new all-time high for Bitcoin. The previous, we know, at $69,000. We have seen the price reach $64,000, and we are starting to find a bit of resistance. Are we likely to see this price continue pushing to the upside? There is most definitely a possibility. With Bitcoin ETF inflows still ever increasing, we are seeing new countries starting to adopt these also, most recently the likes of Brazil. So it does leave me in a very difficult position. Should I or should I not exit my positions? Let me know your thoughts on that one in the comment section down below. Now, the video I put out on the main channel yesterday, I obviously covered off the big players who are selling their stocks. The likes of Jeff Bezos, Jamie Dimon and Mark Zuckerberg collectively selling around about $9 billion worth of stocks they hold in their own companies. And with the ongoing issue we do see with the banks over in America, another US bank plummets as Bitcoin continues to gain its ground. We can see that the New York Community Bank plummets over 20% due to internal control issues. So we do know that there is a wide banking crisis over in America. And we cannot forget the ongoing issues we have over in China. The property market is on its knees. We of course have potential wars that may outbreak at any given moment. We know what's going on over in the Middle East. Ukraine and Russia still has not settled. A whole host of things that are very negative. But more importantly, we can look at the Fed interest rates, currently sitting at that high of 5.5% above the previous high back in 2007. This, in my opinion, is critical as to what's going to happen next in the stock market and subsequently the cryptocurrency market. A correction or a pivot is due, and they want to see interest rates back down to where they were in 2021 and in 2015. And this kind of correction in the market can be devastating. What I want to focus on is the move that happened from here. Back in June 2019, this being the last pivot we did see the Fed do, bringing those interest rates back down to the 0.25%. This one here, starting from June 2019 all the way to March of 2020. In this period, we've seen the markets collapse, and not just the crypto market, the stock market, and so on. So when we focus in on this previous drop we've seen for the cryptocurrency market, we'll head on over and look at the Bitcoin chart. And that period of time falls right here, June of 2019, down to here, March 2020. When the Fed last done a pivot, we've seen a dramatic drop for Bitcoin. Over 72% was wiped out, seeing Bitcoin go from $13,880 to a low of $3,850. That pivot giving a 72% correction in the market. Now, of course, we cannot guarantee another 72% drop to happen, but I do think we are running the risk of a very wide correction. Now, this 72% for reference, let's take it over to the current time. And like we previously discussed, the high we have now achieved of the $64,000, should we see a very similar market correction, well, that would bring the price of Bitcoin back down towards $17,700. But like I said, we cannot expect this kind of move to play out. But what if we do see this? A 72% drop across the markets would be devastating. So the thought process going through my head right now, is it good to take profits? Is it good to exit positions and get back into this market a little later on, really maximizing potential gains that are sitting there? Should I come out of positions now and re-enter lower I have a fantastic bull run ahead of me. Now, on the other side of the coin, we can appreciate there is still a potential push to the upside for Bitcoin. Looking at its price action and these trend lines we have got on the charts, the position that I am currently in here for Bitcoin is a short. I opened this on Friday. $62,000 was the entry, and looking down towards $35,000 for Bitcoin, that next point of support. And that would see a 43.55% drop in its price. But on the understanding that we may still see a push to the upside, giving the support and resistance we have found on this mid-trend line, pushing up towards the $72,000, perhaps $75,000 level is entirely a possibility. So not only have I opened a short, but I am also considering selling positions in the market. And as I covered off on the previous chart, that short position would take Bitcoin back down into this area where we can see previous support and resistance throughout its time and its history. So let me know your thought on this one down below. I wanted to make this video so it was wide to the audience and get everyone's opinion on this. Are you taking profits, or are you in this for the long haul? We've had many discussions with our members down in Discord talking about this very scenario. Still not 100% made up my mind whether or not I'm going to do so. I wanted to give it this weekend to really go over the facts that are sitting in front of us. We know we are expecting a turn in the markets. How much will that turn be? We are yet to know. With Bitcoin ETF inflows at an all-time high, new adoption for these inflows, it looks silly to do so. But the potential of re-entering into that market at a much lower price is very appealing. The risks are extraordinarily high. It is something that, we cannot make on a whim. I most certainly will not make on a whim. I want to give this one time, really analyze the moves that are playing out. When we look at altcoins, well, once again, the altcoin market 3, this is everything excluding Bitcoin, Ethereum and stablecoins, we are seeing a vast increase. Not quite hitting their all-time high for the total market cap 3 of $1.13 trillion. We are around about halfway, $636 billion. But once again, we can appreciate that this is starting to enter into a previous area of support and resistance. So should we be rejected from here? Can we also expect that altcoin market to have a vast correction? These are things that are all going through my head, and I wanted to put this out here on YouTube to get our community's thoughts. Are you contemplating exiting your positions, or are you in this for the long haul, that this is potentially a stupid idea and one that should not be contemplated? I would love to know all of your guys' thoughts and opinions on this one. One thing I do want to add, everything I have went over is of course my thoughts and my opinions. Absolutely none of this should be taken as financial advice, as it simply is not. I am just a guy on YouTube talking to a camera with nobody else around me, giving me my thoughts, and I would love to know your thoughts and opinions. Guys, if you're going to trade, please do trade safely. Have a nice tight stop loss, make some great gains, stay safe in the space, and until next time, have a very nice weekend.